Good morning, everyone. Please unmute yourselves.
Good morning, Chaitanya.
Yeah, good morning. I don't see you are scared. Are you not
Hey,
scared of ghosts?
no, I'm scared, but
You should be
it's
scared
not
of this.
visible. Oh, I'm scared. Sorry, fine. Okay, it's
Okay.
fine. No need to show the knife. Yeah, sorry.
So good morning and very warm welcome to all the members and guests to the 155th meeting at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club. Before we proceed, let me highlight very few important key points, which I highlight every time, and hopefully you all remember it by now, but still I'll do it because I have this. Toastmaster International allows us to present our views on all kinds of topics, but we at the Gabbys Toastmaster Club request all the speakers and role takers to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on topics of sex, religion, and politics. We urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion in letter and in spirit, hence ensure there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertones which create hostility and discomfort for members and guests. I would now call upon the presiding officer of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. He is the VPPR of both the Gabbys Toastmaster Club and the Gabbys Online Toastmaster Club. He is a distinguished Toastmaster who has achieved 2 DTM awards, 4 Triple Crowns, and completed 9 paths. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad. Am I audible? Am I visible?
Yes, you're audible and visible.
Thank you. So let's start with the meeting today. I hereby call the meeting to order. So today's theme is something which I think we all are going to experience this theme time and again. This time of the year because of Halloween and then Diwali that's coming up, right? So we have a fascination for ghosts. Though we are scared of ghosts, we also have a fascination for ghosts. So experience this and more such themes coming your way from in various Toastmaster meetings and even outside Toastmaster meetings. But before we get into that, before we get into the theme of the meeting, let me make a few announcements. The first one is that starting November, the Gabbys Toastmasters Club will be conducting every alternate Saturday meetings hybrid instead of conducting them online. This is a big change because we as a club had started off as an online club, and now we are going to slowly move towards hybrid. So as we had announced previously as well, so November and December, every alternate Saturday meetings will be hybrid meetings. And after that, January to March, all the first 3 meetings of every month will be a hybrid meeting. April, May, June, April onwards rather, all Saturday meetings of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club will be hybrid meetings. So which means that now people who want to do speeches, who are based out of Bangalore and want to do their speeches or take up roles in an in-person setting, now have the option to do that on Saturdays. The Tuesday meetings of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club has and always will be an online meeting, a purely online meeting, and so will be the joint meeting of the Gabbys and the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club that happens every Thursday. So with this, the Gabbys is going to take the very important decision of getting into the hybrid space because as we all agree that we are living in a world where it's important for us to be comfortable in all the form factors of speaking. I also see a couple of guests here so before the hybrid meetings, the in-person location is going to be Koramangala Springboard 91 Springboard beside Forum Mall. So there is the boardroom on the 4th floor. And it's a perfect setting for a meeting. It's a proper boardroom with a lot of good audiovisual equipments, with high-powered internet, and you'll find the same kind of ambience which you would expect in the Gabbys meetings. Total professionalism and everything is going to be top-notch in terms of execution. We have already experimented with that location for many, many months now. We have been doing our meetings there for the milestone meetings we have been doing for the last 1 year almost. So we are very comfortable with the location. So before moving on, I see one guest here. I see Richa. Richa, are you a guest or are you a Toastmaster? Richa, are you there? Okay, Richard, we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear what brings you here. How did you reach here, and what do you expect from this meeting? Anything that you're looking forward to in particular? I see Arshad. Arshad, thanks for taking up the general evaluator role. I know you will be having a detailed introduction later by the Toastmaster of the day, but a quick 30 seconds or 15 seconds of letting us know where you're from and what brings you here.
Hi, everyone. First and foremost, a very good morning to all of you. And as introduced, I'm Arshad. I am from District 82. I am an immediate past division director. And to put things in perspective, I work for brand management and advertising. I work for a company called the Publicis Group. So I report to India. So then that's how it has been. So glad to be a part of this meeting, and Sudharma invited me to be a part of this meeting. So thanks for the invite, and over to you.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Arshad. And so are you based out of Sri Lanka?
No, I'm in Sri Lanka.
You're in Sri Lanka? Okay,
Yes.
nice. So we have one more guest from Sri Lanka. Thank you, Sudharma, for taking us across the ocean all the way to Sri Lanka and making us popular there. I see one guest, Gautam Chakraborty. Gautam, would you want to give a quick 15 seconds introduction about yourself before I proceed with the meeting? Gautam, are you there? Okay, Gautam left. He didn't want to introduce himself. I'm sure he'll come back and do that. Okay. Without any further ado, I'm going to move ahead. But before that, one more important announcement. The Gabbys has one more feather to its cap, actually 3 more feathers to its cap. So every year, the District 92 gives out an award, which we used to previously call the Outstanding Toastmaster of District 92. And later they renamed that to sounded more fancy. They renamed that as Spearhead Award. The Spearhead Award of the Outstanding Toastmaster of District 92 is given to only 10 individuals in entire District 92 out of the 4,500 plus members that we have in the district. And this is given for having an all-round brilliance in every sphere of Toastmasters. So you cannot get the Spearhead Award by just giving speeches or by just playing a district role. You have to do all of that. You have to play a club officer role. You have to show your proficiency in education and leadership, in social media, everywhere. So it's kind of an acknowledgement of all-round brilliance. And this is the 3rd year that the Gabbys has always bagged a significant number of these awards. So out of the 10 Toastmasters in District 92 who got the award, this year again, 3 of them are from the Gabbys. The last year also was pretty much the same. We had 3 from the Gabbys. And prior to that, when the Outstanding Toastmaster Award was given, at that time, we had one of us, who got this award. So heartiest congratulations to the winner of the Spearhead Award, Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel and Distinguished Toastmaster Nagesh Ramamurthy in particular. And with this, let me proceed with the meeting and let me hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, who will be taking this meeting forward. Our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad, who you just heard a while back, is a software engineer working in Bangalore. Apart from his desires to communicate and learn from the ones who are there, he is also very passionate about setting up a harmonious relationship with werewolves, vampires, and humans. So that's quite a task, but good luck to you in a world where humans are struggling to stay with humans. You want us to have a great relationship with the werewolves. Interestingly, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad, our Sergeant at Arms, and the Toastmaster of the day, is also doing a project. This project is called Managing Online Meetings. And as a part of this project, he would be conducting this meeting. So I would also read out the project guidelines for the Toastmaster of the day. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice facilitating an online meeting or leading a webinar. During the completion of this project, the members spent a great deal of time organizing and preparing to facilitate an online meeting or webinar. About this online meeting or webinar, in order to complete this evaluation, I will be attending the webinar or online meeting, which I'm doing. The member will deliver a well-organized meeting or webinar. Depending on the type, the member may facilitate a discussion between others or disseminate information to the attendees at the session. the member should use excellent facilitation and public speaking skills. Apart from the various normal criteria that we have, like clarity, vocal variety, eye contact, gestures, audience awareness, etc., there are three particular aspects that I would be paying attention to. One is interest. During the course of the meeting, I would expect that as a Toastmaster of the day, Chaitanya will be engaging the audience with interesting, well-constructed content. I would also be looking out for technology management. He should be conducting a well-run meeting with limited technical issues caused by himself or managing in case it's caused by others. And most importantly, I would be looking for organization, that the meeting is well organized, well structured. I know that the Toastmaster meetings already have a structure, but within that, I would expect him to bring in more sanity and more clarity. With this, let me hand over the stage to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad. Over to you, Chaitanya.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Please unmute or use your gestures and do tell me, did you all sleep well last night? Did you? Or do you think you did? Tell me, how would you feel? Yes? I'm sorry?
Yes.
You
I think
did.
maybe tomorrow it might be difficult after seeing your face.
You still are not seeing my face. So tell me, how would you feel if you're sleeping and someone is watching you sleep? Anyone?
That's how it feels right now.
So while we grow up, we always try to make our surroundings safe by believing that it is safe and placing things that make us feel very secure about it. And think that nothing apart from us exists around us. Do you think that this awareness that we develop is actually an ignorance of the reality? I remember when I was a child and I and my cousins used to visit our village, our grandmother used to tell us stories of ghosts and how they exist around us. I always used to think, were they really stories or reality? Even old places like palaces or grounds or old houses have stories associated to them. So I don't really think any person would cook up such things just to entertain people or scare them away. So I again ask you, do you believe that there are some supernatural entities that exist? Yes,
Yes.
Toastmaster. Yes,
Yes, to do.
you believe. So can you tell why you believe so?
I have experienced myself.
Oh, that's nice. And can you share that story with all of us?
I think I don't want to give speech, but very short. When I was in class 6th, so there are two rooms on the terrace, and it was 5 o'clock in the evening, and I went and tried to open it, and they were locked from inside. Can you imagine that? And afterwards, I was thinking what happened, and by the time it became 9 o'clock, and I told my parents, and then they were shocked how it's possible, and there was no one in the room. That's one small incident I wanted to share with you.
That's scary, and no one can actually lock it from inside if there is nothing inside.
Yeah.
I hope most of you would have experienced such a thing. But today, we shall try to find out if these old stories and folklores and the stories that we used to tell each other around the bonfire are true or not. And so is the theme of the day, the haunted. We always try to remember people who we knew in our lives. Then why not remember the ones that exist but are invisible to us? Before we dive in deeper into this, let me explain the structure of today's meeting. I tell you, the only thing that scares people more than ghosts is public speaking. People would rather face a ghost than to go on a stage and speak in public. So the very first section for that is the spooktacular prepared speech section. This will be followed by a surprising trick or treat table topic section. After this, we will have a section where we'll learn and become aware of the ghosts that scare us in our real lives, the evaluation section. And for evaluation, we have our general evaluator of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad Nizam. He's the immediate past division director or Division H, District 82. Over to you, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Arshad.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I believe as he gears for today's haunted online experience, let me introduce a few of my members from this team. To support me in this role as the general evaluator, I have a bunch of evaluators whom I will introduce towards the latter part of today's meeting. But let me introduce the key pillars of this meeting, especially the timer, our counter, grammarian, and the listener. A timer for today is a passionate storyteller and loves to listen to music, and that's Toastmaster Karthik. By profession, Karthik is working as a full stack developer, and he surely is a movie and history buff. Toastmaster Karthik, the screen is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Arshad, the Distinguished Toastmaster Arshad. So I am the timer for today, and I'll be timing all the prepared speeches, evaluations, and also table topic session. Table topic speakers. I'll be giving a demo on how I will be timing the prepared speakers. So mostly prepared speeches are based on the prepared speech length is based on the objectives of their speech, but most of the speeches are 5 to 7 minutes. So I'll be showing the timer cards on how I would be displaying. So at 5 minutes, I'll raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I'll raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I'll raise the red card. And for evaluations are 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, I'll raise green card. At 2.5 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll raise red card. Both prepared speech and evaluation sections have grace period at lower limit and higher limit, that is of 30 seconds. Now coming to table topics timing. So table topics are from 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll raise green card. At 1.5 minutes, I'll raise yellow card. And at 2 minutes, I'll raise red card. So table topics speakers only have grace time at upper limit. They can go till 2 minutes 30 seconds. That's all about timer briefing. So back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Karthik, and it's very nice to see themed color cards, and I believe all the speakers made a note of it, because you will have a haunted experience while you speak. Moving forward, we have our counter, who is a travel enthusiast, and he is very much experienced in horse riding. That's what I've said. I'm sure it's an experience that we all would like to see and like to go through, and a passionate person to run, and also and he believes running is aspect of meditation for him. Our counter, Toastmaster Jitender, can you please explain your role for us?
Thank you, Toastmaster Arshad. Today, my role as a counter is to note words and sounds which are used as crutch by anyone who speaks. So during the meeting, I'll note down the overused words, for example, like, you know, so, and. In addition to that, I will also listen to the pillar sounds, including and by the end of the meeting, I'll present and share my report. But before I hand over to Arshad, why we should avoid our counter and filler sounds. First and foremost, it dilutes the effectiveness of the speech and the message, what we are trying to communicate to the audience, that will not be very clear and crisp. So always, now here are some tips how we can avoid filler words. First and foremost is prepare well. In addition to that, try to include the pauses. When you pause a bit, you'll have the message in your brain very clearly what you're going to speak to the audience. And third is speak slowly. With that, I hand over to Toastmaster Arshad. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jitender. It was surely a good tip to start, and I'm sure you would have a report with very minimal line items. So thanks, Jitendra. Moving forward, we have a language queen coming up next, because English is surely a growing language, and for some of us, it is a second language. while for some of us it's the first. We have Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, a queen of numbers because she's a fellow chartered accountant and she loves to grow. And I personally seen her growth from the Sri Lankan club, and she's grown momentously. And she's the VP Education of the Sunday Live Speakers Forum, and she loves to get to know new people and new places. Toastmaster Sudharma, our grammarian, can you please explain the role for the benefit of today's audience?
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuses of English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day for today's meeting. Today's word of the day is stealthy. The meaning is slow, deliberate, and secret in action. Otherwise, quietly and carefully in order not to be seen or heard. I will give you examples. First example is he recommended a slow, stealthy approach to the problem. The rest was accomplished by the stealthy observation. The dependent stealthily entered the family home and kidnapped the daughter. Can you all please unmute yourself and pronounce the word stealthy?
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
Healthy.
Thank you. Then I will give my report when General Evaluator call upon the report. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sudharma. And I'm sure it's a new word, and I'm still struggling to pronounce it. I believe it's stealthy. Am I right? I hope I made you happy. So let's use that word and make our grammarian the happiest so that she doesn't haunt us down during the grammarian's report. Moving forward, a very interesting role. This is the role of the listener of today's meeting, and we have Toastmaster Sanjeet Nayak. Do we have Sanjeet? Yes. Sanjeet is a fun-loving person who loves to explore places and enjoy nature. A very good listener, that is why he's playing this role today, and a business analyst by profession working at at Bangalore for FIS. I hope I pronounced it right. Toastmaster Sanjay, the screen is yours.
Thank you, DTM Arshad. Very good morning to all my fellow Toastmasters, and welcome to all the guests who are there in this meeting. So today I am going to play the role of a listener. So as part of this role, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to each and every speaker who is going to speak as part of this meeting. And at the end of this meeting, upon called upon by the general evaluator, that is Arshad, okay, and I will be asking few questions, and I will expect that everyone has to answer. So just in case if you are not scared enough during this meeting, so I'm assuming you will be able to answer my very simple questions. So that's all about this listener role. So going back, general evaluator, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sanjeet. And I believe more than any role, this is scary. If you haven't been listening at the Toastmaster, you're screwed. Especially in online meetings, we get distracted. So thank you very much, Sanjeet. Now, with that, my role for this haunted themed meeting as general evaluator is very simple, not to haunt you down, but to give you tips to improve as a whole and to make this fun learning environment even better. Generally, people say general evaluations and evaluations are haunted experiences, but it's not. But support me in that cause, and I will surely see you at the end with the evaluation session. So good luck to all the presenters, evaluators, and my role players. Let me hand over controls to our Toastmaster of the day. I hope this filter is matching up to your costume. Over to you, Toastmaster Chaitanya.
Oh yes, it is very much matching with the theme, and I encourage everyone to use such gestures if you're not wearing any costume right now. Thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing your Taggle team and your role. It is now time that we move to the spectacular prepared speech section. For that, I would like to call upon the first speaker of the day. She is an IT professional based out of Bangalore, Bengali at heart, dreams of traveling the world and a greener earth. She is attempting her level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech of the path dynamic leadership. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of public speaking. Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh will be evaluating our first speaker, Toastmaster Reema Mukherjee. Toastmaster Upasana, can you acknowledge your presence?
Yes.
Thank you. Timer, please note the speech length is of 4 to 6 minutes. Always do right, Toastmaster Reema Mukherjee. Toastmaster Reema Mukherjee, always do right.
A moment's insight is sometimes worth a life's experience. Good morning, Toastmasters. Today I'm here to share with you the memory of such a moment from my life, which has shaped the way I conduct in my professional and personal life and has stayed with me forever. So I'm a small town girl, born and brought up in a industrial town in West Bengal. Many PSUs are operating from there, and small cozy townships are built around it, self-sufficient. The beauty of such a township lies in the fact that people know each other very well. They're small residential areas where people know each other very well, and you can always fall back on this community in times of crisis, be it medical or financial. Now, this is an incident from my teens. One day, a kilometer away from my home, when I was returning from my tuitions, regular tuitions, sleepy afternoon rather, in a small town, on my bicycle, I meet with an accident. A school bus hits me. My bicycle is completely crushed, though I come out completely unscathed by God's grace. But as is the rules of the road, right? Whenever an accident happens, it's the mistake or the larger vehicle is at fault. Though it is a sparse township, but there were few bystanders, all from the community and neighborhood. They start shouting. The bus immediately stops. The kids, the school students in the bus, they all start shouting. The bus stops. They check on me. They see that the driver checks on me, sees that I'm doing completely fine, and he leaves with the bus and the students in the bus. So, and the bystanders help me reach my home and also my crashed bicycle. It is a treasure for me. But this was no small incident, though I am completely unscathed, but this was no small incident. News spread like fire. And a small crowd gathered in my home as well. My father rushed back from office, and meanwhile, I don't know what had transpired in the back. The bus driver came back rushing, looking visibly miserable there, and apologizing heavily to me, the crowd, my father, and even also offering to buy me a new bicycle. The crowd gets kind of, after seeing the driver again, becomes energetic again and starts shouting at him. But that is when my father steps in, calms the crowd, and comforts the driver and says that he really did not worry about any adverse consequences here, because it was not his fault, but it was my fault, the bicycle rider here. Yes, you might be wondering what my fault was there. I was trying to overtake that slow-moving bus from the left instead of the right. That was really silly of me, but yes, I was doing that. So my father, as he comforted the driver, he finally felt relieved that there is no adverse consequences here involved. The crowd dispersed. My father also went back to office, and the driver also left happy and relieved. So I learned quite a few really important lessons from this incident. First and foremost, always follow the traffic rules. Never ever break them. Be very conscious when you are driving. Second, the power of community. The community always is there to help you, especially in such an incident, that there will always be people to help you out in case of this kind of a crisis. And the third one, and the most important one, is the lesson that my father imparted that day by practicing it, that people with power and control should always do and act the right thing. Power is a privilege. Not everybody can enjoy it or has enjoyed it. Few people are denied of it as well. But it is the responsibility of the people with power and control to practice empathy and do the right thing at the right moment. And this is a lesson I carry till date with me and practice it in my both professional and personal life. I'm here in Toastmasters Forum. I have joined the Toastmasters Forum today to learn from such experience from this vibrant community where people from all walks of life are coming together, growing and inspiring others, and sharing their stories and experiences for others to learn and grow from it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reema. That was an amazing speech. I request everyone to please stand up, give a standing ovation to our first speaker, as it was her icebreaker speech. Thank you. Now let us move on to the second speaker of the day. Our second speaker is based out of Bangalore and works with human capital consulting firm as a director. His aim is to become a motivational speaker and create an impact through the power of words. He is attempting his level 1 project 4 of the path leadership development. The project name is evaluation and feedback, and he's attempting the second speech of the project. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech. Toastmaster Deepani Jayasinghe will be evaluating our second speaker of the day, Toastmaster Amit Otwani. Toastmaster Deepani, can you acknowledge your presence? Toastmaster Deepani. I believe that, yes.
We can't hear or something. She has sent a message.
She is unable to hear us.
Yes, she is telling like that.
Okay. So what we can do is we can move on to the next speaker. And meanwhile, she can work on her audio issue.
Okay, okay.
Toastmaster Amit, we'll come back to you after the third speech is over.
Sure.
So let me now call upon our third speaker, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. He's a chartered accountant by profession, and outside of Toastmasters, Sanjay likes playing cricket, chess, and loves traveling. He's attempting his level 3 project 1 of leadership development, planning, and implementation. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice developing a plan and bringing the plan to fruition. The purpose of this speech is for the member to share some aspects of planning and implementing his or her on a small scale project. Toastmaster Sanjay Jain will be evaluated by Toastmaster Pranav Pothan. Toastmaster Pranav, can you acknowledge your presence?
Yes, I am present.
Thank you. Timer, please note the speech will be of 5 to 7 minutes. A journey to remarkable event, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain. Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, a journey to remarkable event.
Thank you, Toastmasters Chaitanya, for a wonderful introduction. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. Today, I will be speaking about the importance of meticulous planning and seamless execution. To illustrate this point, I will be taking you to a recent experience that truly demonstrates the significance of these two crucial elements. It all began with the installation ceremony of our newly elected ESCOM members. This event held a great significance for our club, and I was fortunate enough to be the part of this event. What I wanted to share with you today is how we transformed a simple idea into a remarkable event through careful planning and perfect execution. Our journey commenced with the ESCOM members gathered at our club to kickstart the planning process. At this point, we had a basic concept of what we wanted to achieve, but we knew that turning this vision into reality would require diligent planning and precise execution. We needed to consider every details, anticipate the challenges, and ensure that every aspect of the event was well thought out. As we did not have the experience of installation ceremony and the things that have to be taken care of, we decided to visit another club and experience the installation ceremony at the club. For that, we, the ESCOM members, visited the MCC Toastmasters Club and understood the process of installation ceremony. We also spoke to the experienced Toastmasters and understood the complete process. We met again at our club, and now we have to zero down on the venue. We thought that it should be cost effective, so that we, the ESCOM members, decided that our installation ceremony could be done at the club premises so that we can save on the rentals, which we would have incurred on the venue. But there was one hurdle in this. It was a rainy season, and if we have to put the waterproof tarpaulin on the terrace, it will cost more than the cost of the venue. Hence, all the ESCOM members rejected the idea of having the installation ceremony at the club premises. Then we started brainstorming. One of the esteemed members suggested Gandhi Bhavan near our club, and all the ESCOM members decided to visit the premises and could give the opinion. We understood the cost, the facility, the premises, the parking space, and things like that, and accessibility of all the members who reached the location. We decided that it is a perfect location for our event. We deposited the amount, and now the date for the installation ceremony was fixed. Now we have to do various other things like zero down on the keynote speaker, the area director for administrating the oath of office, the MC, the theme, the gifts and trophies, posters and banners, social media, publicity, caterers, AV equipment, etc. As the event day approached, we displayed unwavering commitment and dedication. We knew that the success of installation ceremony depends on the ability to execute the plan seamlessly. To ensure this, we did rehearsal of the event before the date of the event, also assembled 2 hours ahead of the schedule on the date of the event to meticulously inspect every element. The catering arrangement had to be perfect. The stage needed to be set up with AV equipment and microphones. The trophies and gifts have to be arranged at the proper places. Every detail mattered, and we left no room for error. As the clock struck the appointed time, our installation ceremony commenced seamlessly. The MC followed the script with precision, coordinating the proceedings meticulously. The keynote speech was given by the renowned image consultant, followed by the installation ceremony. All the ESCOM members were called on the stage, and the oath of office was administered by the area director, followed by the speech by each of the ESCOM members, highlighting the area in which they will work for next 6 months. then followed by fun games and vote of thanks. All went well as per the plan. It was a proud moment for our team as we witnessed our careful planning and attention to details come to life. The success of our installation ceremony did not just stay within the walls of the event hall. It resonated far and wide. Our planning execution was so spot on that our event was featured on the local TV channel, reaching a broader audience than we could have imagined. The praise and recognition we received on our social media platform further validated our efforts. In reflection, this experience served as a powerful reminder that meticulous planning and seamless executions are not limited to organizing events. They are life skills that translate into every facet of life, whether it is a personal goal, managing a professional project, or coordinating a grand event like ours. The principle of meticulous planning and seamless execution remains the pillar of success. Thank you very much. Over to TMOD Chaitanya.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay Jain, for such a lovely speech. Now, let me move back to our speaker two. Let me reintroduce him. He's based out of Bangalore and works with human capital consulting firm as a director. His aim is to become a motivational speaker and create an impact through the power of words. He is attempting his level 1 project 4 of the path leadership development. The project name is evaluation and feedback, and he's attempting the second speech of this project. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech. Toastmaster Amit will be evaluated by Toastmaster Deepani Jayasinghe. Toastmaster Deepani, can you acknowledge your presence?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yes. Good morning to all the Toastmasters of Gabbys and my friends. Sorry, I had a small network issue. Now, Toastmaster Amit Otwani is doing his level 1 project 4. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting for the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver effective and respectful speech evaluation speech.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepani Jayasinghe.
Over to you, Toastmaster Amit Otwani.
Thank you. Timer, please note that the speech will be of 5 to 7 minutes. Downtime.
Yes,
Toastmaster Amit Otwani. Toastmaster Amit Otwani, downtime.
Okay, I just want to make sure that my voice is audible.
Yes, you're audible.
Yes, sir. You're audible.
Okay. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Do you sometimes feel that life is like a race and you are always caught in the rigmarole of life trying to play that catch up game? Toastmasters and my dear guests, welcome to the hustle culture. No matter how hard you try, things always seem to be out of control. Now, this is a phenomena which has been an American phenomena, but it has permeated the Indian society as well. In the last decade or so, there have been multiple times where in the last decade or so, just in the last decade or so, there has been vast number of companies and startups which has grown tremendously. There are multiple entrepreneurs which has grown in the last decade, permeating the hustle culture, permeating that hard work and success are the two epitomes. Hard work and determination are two epitomes of success. Now, I too, like most other people, used to believe that hard work and determination are everything, and thinking that downtime is a sign of weakness. Downtime. Now, what essentially is downtime? The Merriam-Webster's dictionary mentions downtime as a time created for machines, especially computers, when they are not available for use. Now, we too, like machines or computers, need an effective downtime. Now, there are multiple ways in which this downtime could be taken. The first one is sleep, an effective sleep. 7 to 8 hours of sleep in a day can help rejuvenate your mind and your body. Just giving time for the toxins to go out of your body, that's the importance of the sleep in our life. Second is taking a vacation. Now, vacation could be for an extended period of time. It could be for about at least 3 to 5 days. How it helps us restructure our thought process in terms of our everyday work and adjust our lifestyle to go out of the rigmarole which we are experiencing and restructure our working lives. Third is about taking regular breaks. Now, this is the most complex but the most simplest method at the same time which we can take to recharge our batteries. It could be like taking a walk in the park, doing a meditation, watching a movie, or just doing nothing. Now, I too have experienced the impact of an effective downtime in my life very recently when I decided to take a break during the earlier this summer when I decided to take a trip to Europe, to Switzerland and Italy. Now, this was for about 10 days, ladies and gentlemen. There was always a guilt in my heart that I'm leaving a lot of my work and taking this trip. However, this trip also helped me acknowledge the importance of downtime in essentially three ways again. First is improving my physical and mental well-being. Now, when I went for this trip, as soon I just completely disconnected from my mails, from my work, from a regular hectic everyday working life. This really helped me recharge and come back decluttered and improve my mental and physical well-being. I was at my highest of the productivity levels. Second one, I completely disconnected and soaked into newer experiences. The snow-peaked cap mountains of Switzerland, the lush green fields in the interiors of Switzerland, the slow and flowing calm waters of the Lake Como in Italy. All of these were newer experiences for me to completely soak in. This not only helped me enjoy the nature, but it also helped me understand a small perspective which is so important, that we are just a tiny speck in the entire large universe. Make no mistake, I don't suggest that we can't have a dent in the world. If we always have the right spirit and the right amount of hard work, we can always create that dent in the world. And finally, this trip also helped me on some of the important life lessons and life skills as well. Life skills of effective planning, time management, covering 6 cities across 2 countries in just a matter of 10 days was not easy. And there a use of effective time management and planning came to the fore. Finally, on cost consciousness also, every time we go to a foreign country, we are always multiplying that by the exchange rate. That's the Indian mentality. So I also learned the art of cost consciousness when I was visiting. Effective downtime is so important to develop our cognitive function, to completely recharge our body, and thus it helps us improve our mental and physical well-being. It helps us be more productive, creative, and at the same time smartest in the room. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Take that effective downtime. it could be very different for different people. It could be watching a movie. Go watch a movie with your long lost friend. Go take a walk in the park, or just completely enjoy the greenery. Take a meditation lesson, or just do nothing. And then I'm sure that you will thank me back for this important life lesson. With that, back to your Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Amit. And very rightly said that if we are passionate enough, we can make a dent in the world. And also that it is important to take rest sometimes, pause, and then start again. It was an amazing round of prepared speeches. Timer, please confirm if all the speakers were within the time limit.
Yes, I do confirm all the speakers were within the time limit.
Thanks a lot. We will now have a break of 5 minutes. Let us meet at 10:56.
Yo, we keep it afloat, we keep it in the flipping all the billions. From taking to live with billions and all things, cause some people the biggest of the days. Far from the flow. Years when it doesn't the show. The worst shall make verbs and it's shall say. So down the leg, get them hugs and take the phones. Step in the day, pull and pushing the lessons. Don't shit. And keep you on the day. Your people is hanging out the fist now. We ain't never this from me no wrong. But if you know what don't do, but then we got the even enemy. So get along. We can sing a song like this. Yeah. To turn into ashes with the wrath of a woman combined with raw courage. Clash with the dark and beside the cause workers in your creature. See out the door feeling bitter and I'm bold. Really from swords and machetes, you know? Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura-mardini Nandini Nandini Nandita Nandini Vishwavinodini Nandana Vivaranya Shirodini Vasini Vishwavinasini Jishnude Bhagavati Heshini Ganda Kusumi Bhumi Kusumi Bhumi Kusai Jaya Jaya He Mahishasura-mardini Nandita Shaila-sute
Hello, everyone. Are we back?
Yes, we are back.
Just now, an amazing rap was played, which had Agri Nandini, a very powerful mantra of goddess Durga, in it just to scare away all our ghosts around us. So during this break, I was going through few articles and few stories of ghosts and haunted places. And I remember an event, and it is a very famous story from the northeastern parts of India about a lady whom they call Khukri Wali. Now, Khukri is a knife which is very sharp and very huge in size, and people can kill you with it. There's a story of a lady who was brutally murdered in the northeast region of India. And after that, just to take revenge, she roams around with a Khukri at night, knocks on the doors of people, and the moment they open it and they come out of the house, she kills them. That is a story very famous in the northeastern parts of India. So when I used to stay in Sukna, which is somewhere near Darjeeling, not very eastern, but still in that region, we also used to have knocks at our door sometimes. And when we used to open the door, there was no one outside. At that time, I was staying in an army camp, and it is very difficult for intruders and thieves to come into that area. So we always used to think whether it was really a ghost or there were children just around, but we never saw any children nearby or even my friends who could have been naughty enough to ring our bells and run away. So I ask you all, as DTM Sourav had mentioned in the chat that he has also experienced such an event, I would like him to share it with us.
Share what? What did I mention in chat? I forgot.
That you have encountered a supernatural activity and you think you really
I
did experience.
think all of us have probably encountered a supernatural activity sometime or the other, but this is not really a supernatural activity. So I'll tell you, this is something kind of funny. So what happened is I was in this US hotel. This was when I was in the United States, and this I think this hotel was a Crimpton hotel in San Francisco. So I had a lot of points. Crimpton is, if I'm not wrong, it's a part of the Intercontinental Group, and I had a lot of those loyalty points. So this was not an official stay, so I wanted to use those points and stay there. And I went into that hotel. It was a very nice hotel, very well done and everything. And I was the only person staying in the ground floor. And that's something that I got to know later. And when I went into the room, I saw, all the paintings in the room, on the walls, they were all a little slanted. Nothing was like straight, like we keep a painting like this. So I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to these things. I love straight lines and alignments and symmetry. So I fixed a couple of those photographs and I went out. I went for sightseeing and all that. When I came back again in the evening, I saw again the photographs were like that. And I was very angry with the, housekeeping staff that they came in and all that. So I just kind of ignored it. Then and this was, just outside my room, there was a small sitting area and I was sitting there and it had access to the swimming pool. So I knew that no one was there, but someone came and I was sitting by the pool. I could see in the far distance. So I just saw that person, and that person, was throwing something in the water. And that's not a very normal behavior you see in US. People don't do this kind of stuff. So I was like, okay, this is nonsense. Then I got irritated. I went to the front desk and said that, someone is throwing this one sitting in the. Said, sir, there's no one on the ground floor. I said that, okay, fine, maybe that was someone who just came from the upstairs. But why did people, kind of mess up with my this thing? They said, okay, fine, I'll just check who's the housekeeping guy who went. And she checked the roster and said, I'm sorry, sir, but no one actually went to your room today to do your room. We actually tried, but you had a do not disturb sign on the door. And so no one went. And I went back and checked. My door already actually had a do not disturb sign on it. And they're right. They never intrude on that privacy. I was so freaked out. What is happening? And then I went to Google and checked about Crimpton Hotel. And that's when I saw that it comes up in one of the top 10 most haunted places of San Francisco. And I was like, okay, shit, this is real. And that was the first time and the closest that I've come to a supernatural activity. And the rest of the stay, wherever I would go, I would sleep with all the lights on. I would not even go to the corridors after 9 o'clock. The good thing is it actually reduced my smoking, because for smoking, I had to step outside and I did not have the courage to do that. So yeah, supernatural powers give some benefits too. Yeah, thank you. Back to you, Chaitanya.
That is not at all funny. That is actually really scary. I would have run out of the hotel that day itself.
It's costly. It's costly. Yeah, that's why I couldn't.
Then I couldn't. Money is more important than ghost killing me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But such are the events where usually when people don't believe it and they encounter, it leaves people in a confusion whether to believe it or not, or if it was an illusion they were thinking, or they were not in the right state of mind. It is very hard to even recognize our own thoughts. We have few guests in our meeting today. Toastmaster Ritika, sorry. I apologize for my mispronunciation. Ritika Raj. Can you hear us?
Both
Yeah.
Ritika and Ritvik.
Yes, Ritvik is there. So Ritika, would you like to share any story?
I personally have not experienced anything supernatural, but I have heard people around me experience things like this. So there was one incident. I was very small, like maybe around like 5-6 years old. And me and my parents had gone to travel. There's an echo.
Yes, there's an echo, but it's manageable.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so we had gone to a temple in Kerala called Tirunelli. It's in the middle of a forest. So there was this one incident. Basically, my mother had like, if we were late for the puja, so and like that ritual had to be performed like upstream. There's a river over there. So my father had gone ahead, and me and my mother were coming slowly. So and this is on top of a hill, very rocky, and we were like finding it hard, and we were going slowly, and we were very tired, exhausted, but we were still going. And then we saw like one pujari. He was like, don't strain yourself, go slowly. There is time for the puja. And then so we he gave us some reassurance, and then we were little more relaxed. And then once we reached the top where the ritual was happening, we saw the same pujari who had basically told us that do not stress out. But the thing is, there is only one path, like there is a trail, and there is no way he could have passed gone faster than us, or we would have seen him. So this was like something that was like I would say supernatural, or we do not know. Like, we tried inquiring if there are twins in the temple or anything like that, but we didn't find anything like this. So this was something that was supernatural.
Yes, thank you, Ritika. As I said, it is very hard to believe and even believe our own thoughts, what we saw. Is there anyone who would like to share a story? Yes, Toastmaster Jitender.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories, but I'm sure you can correlate with that. Why? Because you might have seen the Kantara movie.
Oh, yes.
Yes, and being from village, still people worship demigods, and there are times when they are powerful and they can see your past and your place very clearly, who haven't been to your place, and then they can describe very clearly, and that will shock you to the core that how come this person knows so well where I'm staying from so many years. And that's something which I didn't believe when I was a kid, but then slowly I started believing in them that yes, the supernatural power exists. And I'm sure many a times we might see, like Ritika mentioned, the faces which appear afterwards again, and you're surprised that this person I know somewhere, and it's difficult to recall. So, that is something which is, I always believe that, yeah, there is something supernatural around us. And sometimes when you are sleeping and you see that someone is watching you, and then you all of a sudden wake up and then there's no one around. So those kind of feelings, it doesn't happen everywhere, but some places you feel those power around you.
I'm sure everyone resonates with these kind of events because these are quite common and happen with most of us if they visit such rural areas, and especially in the case of sleep paralysis, people feel some supernatural beings over us. So before we end our discussion, let us move to a very surprising section, which I'm sure will take you to another dimension, the trick or treat table topic section. And for that, our table topic master of the day will be Toastmaster Melvia V Dsouza. She's a telecom engineer who now works as a software developer with EY. She has a knack of trying out new activities, challenging herself to try out new things, has completed 2 Himalayan treks, and enjoys lifting weights. Over to you, Toastmaster Melvia.
Thank you, TMOD Chaitanya. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the most challenging section, I believe, at least it is for me. So, we have all joined Toastmasters to improve our public speaking. But more often than not, I feel that we have to practice impromptu speaking than prepared speeches. Sorry. So we always come, you may be at a party, you could be in the office, and you could randomly be asked to speak something. So at Toastmasters, we are preparing for a wholesome public speaking experience. So with that, we have our impromptu speaking, which is the table topics. Now, how we're going to go about this is I will pick up, I will ask somebody to speak. If there are volunteers, more than welcome. But if not, I might take your name and you can choose a number between 1 to 8. And based on that, you have a topic that I have already written down. This is open to guests as well as Toastmasters. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Do we have any volunteers? Okay, Toastmaster Ritvik Raj. Yes. Do you have a number that you want to select?
4.
Okay. So the topic I have for number 4 is, if we celebrated Halloween, what would you dress up as and why?
Wow, that's quite tropical for me because I just did the shopping for Halloween. Not for me, but for my kid. So I'm not very good with the names, but what I would like the theme is to be the whole pumpkins around, and then there are ghosts, and then this is the dreamy Disneyland, which is there, right? And in terms of so what my dream character will be in that case will be the Dumbledore, which with the hat and then probably having a stick and then that broom and then the shot that comes, right, which is the flying in the air. So maybe something along those lines. so yeah, I mean, I've never celebrated Halloween, but I think in this, especially this time around in my society, they are actually planning to celebrate Halloween. So I am trying to ensure that my kid is going to celebrate this time, and let's see what my wife agrees to dress him up like, and it's totally up to her. But yeah, if it was up to me, I mean, I will just go with the Mowgli, right? Mowgli theme and the background all around, which is full of scary things. So yeah, that's my time. Thanks, Melvia.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ritwik. There was a very cute dress up for Halloween that you just described. Seems a very pleasant experience. So I saw that Preeti Jain had raised her hand. Are you still up for a topic, Preeti?
Hi, yes.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Can you select a number?
8.
8, okay. What would you do if you were a ghost? Do you want me to repeat it?
No, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
N number of things started coming to my mind. The very first thing I'll do is like enter Toastmaster Chaitanya's mind. Trust me, I really want to go there and check how does it come with all these funny, ghosty, scary ideas, and sometimes such rhymes also. And that is how I want to be creative. Because one thing lacking in me is humor. And it's there a lot. So that one thing I'm surely going to do once I'll be a ghost. Allow me to do that. Second, same here. I'm not going out of this fraternity. I love this fraternity. This is the Gabbys. Second, I'll definitely enter the soul of Toastmaster Sourav Dutta. From where the hell he gets time? I want to understand. I got 24 hours from God. How come he got 48 hours a day? How come he is handling so many clubs, so many mentees, and so many awards? I want to know that knack so that I can increase my hours. He certainly has some magic in his hand, magic wand, right? So with this, I was just thinking, who next? And I'll have to scroll my screen, and most of the cameras are off. So next I want to enter all those cameras which are off so that I can go there and see what's cooking up there. Why? For what special reason the cameras are off? There must be something special cooking out there, isn't it? Saturday morning, right? Some nice dishes, maybe some nice punching, something there. So with this, do you really want to enter somewhere? Let me know. I do have that superpower, and thanks to Toastmaster Melvia, because she just has given me this superpower of being a ghost. If you are scared, you don't want me to enter your mind, DM me right now. I'll think whether I want to do mercy on you or not. With this, over to you, Toastmaster Melvia.
Thank you, Preeti Jain. It was a wonderful, humorous impromptu speech, by the way. Okay, so I don't see any more volunteers, so I'll start taking names. Can we have Shweta Poojar?
Yes, sure.
Yes. Can you choose a number?
Probably go with the even number 2.
Okay. So for 2, I have the topic. Describe any horror story or experience that you've had.
Okay. Well, I do believe that where there is a positive energy exists, there is a negative energy as well. So I do believe in the ghost. So it was a situation during 2012, probably when we bought an apartment and we shifted. So it was during that time. So not many had moved in the apartment. So there were around 250 flats, and there were very least occupancy, like around 100 plus. So we hadn't known many of them, and we were just in the situation of making new friends and new events, and also it used to happen that we didn't know like who is just staying above us or who is in the same block and all. So there was a time wherein during nights we could hear some sounds, and we thought that since it is not much occupied, so people are working in the night, many carpenters or interiors are going during night time as well. So it happened that we complained it to the estate manager, saying that we are hearing some sounds like kind of furniture moving or some kind of carpentry work and all. So there was an investigation done by the real estate manager, asking to abide the apartment guidelines, and to our surprise, it was that there was no one, like the floor 2 floor above which we were having this sound. So the estate manager next day comes and says that actually, ma'am, there is no one who resides just above your floor or just next about to your till the 10th floor. So I'm not sure like from where are you hearing the sounds. So that really scared me, because that sound was so evident that we could hear some furnitures moving, someone like banging the door, and it was really so scary at that time. So we literally felt that, do we need to continue staying here? And after some days we could see that sound had reduced, but still it was like a very scary moment, I can say, in my life. So that was an experience. Then I felt like, okay, I think even I experienced the ghost, which I had seen my friends talking about, but had never experienced one. But yeah, that was one of the scariest moment, I can say.
Yeah, truly, it was a scary experience, but it gave you something to share with all of us. So that's a good experience, I guess. Okay, moving on. Toastmaster Akib Javed, is it? Would you like to go next?
Yes,
Okay, can you choose a number?
I'll go with 8.
8 is already done. Can you take another one?
7. So you have 7. 7 is available?
Yes. Okay. This is if not ghosts, if I know we are in the Halloween theme, but let's not just put all that fear into ghosts. What is another thing that you are afraid of? Not ghosts, something else. And you need to describe why you have that fear.
If it's not ghost, what is it that I'm
That
scared
you're afraid of. And why?
humans? They should be scared of humans, not the animals. But there is one more scariest thing which has really come into existence. And just because I shifted to Bangalore a year back, city is really nice. The weather, people talk about weather, right? Everybody talks about weather. Just because weather is good, people are thronging from different cities. Also dogs and cats. My society has at least 15 dogs, and these guys are barking left, right, and center. Whenever you drive and come, they're like trying to pounce you every now and then. I was like, bro, we meet every day. Why are you pouncing on me? Sometimes they'll come near your tire, and it's getting really scary. The other day I was taking somebody else's bike and they thought I'm stealing. And these guys are like crazy. I'm the same guy with different bike. Please. And then you have to stop and, kind of converse with them, and then only they'll let you go. And things have gotten so crazy. Last week I had my cousin brother here and I asked him to go bring something. So he was like, no, I won't go. Why? There are a lot of dogs here and I'm really scared out of it. Like, you are right, but try not to go at too much pace when there are dogs around. So they don't like fast tires moving. They look at tire and they try to chase tires. But I could not convince him, and I knew the reason. The reason is very clear. Like, you are really scared. And I don't know why this kind of dogs density is not there in other cities. Let me tell you. Been to 3-4 different cities, and just because of whether dogs, even cats. Last week I had a cat, and she will come only when I cook something nice. So because of smell, so she came. I gave him the, right? So I cooked non-veg, and they came because of the smell. She had it, she went, and I thought that next day again she'll come, and she came eventually for the milk. But when I'm trying to catch her, she pawns me back. Bro, why this relation has to be transactional? Let us have love among each other. And that doesn't happen. So I don't know what is the reason, but the dogs and cats in this city have become one of the scariest things. People can correlate. I don't know if your society has that or not, but here I live near Hennur, and it's really like these guys are having majority, I would say. So they drive the business at least in night. So every time you get up at 1 a.m., they're like full in action. Like, bro, let's sleep. They don't sleep. I don't know why. But that is one thing which I would say that I'm scared of these days. Thank you, Melvia. What do you?
Thank you, Akib. So I have the exact opposite experience because even I have 2 dogs in my street, but they give me the idea that I'm safe because they just bark at random strangers when they are with me. So okay. I see that the evaluator one, Upasana, I can't see your surname, sorry. Would you like to go next?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you choose a number?
1.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a funny one. Sorry. So in this, this is a scenario where you have fallen in love with a ghost. It's very similar to the movie Stree. I think it's an adaptation of a South Indian movie. I'm not sure. So on the lines of that, you have fallen in love with a ghost, and you have to just describe your experience.
Falling in love is said that it is very magical, and when you fall in love, you do not understand what reality is. You feel everything is lovey-dovey, everything is magical, and you are not walking on floor, you are actually walking in air. And falling in love with a ghost, I don't think it would be much different for me, because the moment I fall in love, I become totally blind, and I do not want to see anything, any flaws. So for me, a human being and a ghost would be the same. Even I don't think it would make much of difference, because both human and ghost are red flags, and the more the red, the more it's good for me. But I think that one thing which I would love to experience dating a ghost would be if the ghost has a power to become invisible and make me also invisible. Now, honestly, I would love to be invisible and enjoy all my corporate meetings, and get to know all the secrets, enjoy my family gossip meetings, and my relatives. And I would love to go around and meet some people, and I would really want to know their perspective. Even though dating a ghost would be a challenge, because you will not be able to find the ghost all the time and give you time. So if the ghost has good friends, I would want him to recommend others. So that would be an interesting one. But dating a ghost, I guess the ghost would be irritated when he dates me, because he would be like, it's better that I am ghost, I be with my ghost family rather than dating this woman. So that would be my experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was a lovely explanation of a dating life with a ghost.
So, table topic master, you can take up 2 more topics, and then we can.
Okay. Okay, I see that 2 people have raised their hands. So, G. Arshad Nizam, would you like to go next?
Yeah.
Okay, can you choose a number? We have 3, 5, 6 left.
5.
5, okay. So this is a little absurd. What are the life lessons that you have learned from watching a horror movie? Can I repeat? What are the
Yes.
life lessons you've learned from watching a horror movie?
Recently, a few months back, I happened to watch this horror movie, Insidious: The Red Door. I think it's the Insidious. I can't just imagine, but I remember the Red Door. It was on the posters. Now, since I come from the field of marketing and communication, we generally discuss about movies, and we know if this movie is good or bad. And everyone said it's bad, but I still wanted to watch that horror movie. So I decide to go with my colleague, and my colleague at one point he dozes out in the movie and he falls asleep. Now I just need company to watch a horror movie. Now this horror movie was a psychological thriller. It was surely there was a horror element because it was very simple and interesting, because if you hate someone, hate follows you. That's the base of the story. Because when the dad hates his father, the child hates the father. So it's a generation of hate. And that made me feel that you should never hate anything in life, because hatred is a cycle. When you hate me, I hate you, someone else hates you, and it goes in a cycle. And for this scenario to stop in the movie, two of them had to stop hating each other, and the movie is sealed, and you see the beautiful climax. For some, it was just another melodramatic move, but for me, it was interesting to see how within a psychological thriller you yet could bring a social message of hate. Because we live in a society where hate is political, hate is economical, hate is commercial. Because brands hate each other, people hate each other. Even sometimes, I'm sorry to say, in Toastmasters, from the Asian part of Toastmasters, clubs hate each other. They have it. So why do you need to hate people? So that is something I learned and was really life value adding for me. I did take something interesting. So tomorrow I'm planning to watch The Nun and another horror movie back to back. So I'm trying to understand what these horror movies have to take home, because we say in a humorous speech you need to have a message. Sometimes we say that, and that's what we believe. So why can't horror movies be emotional and life changing? So what is that horror movie that you're gonna watch, Toastmaster? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Arshad. That was a beautiful message. Okay, over to our last table topic to DTM Sourav Dutta. So you have only two options, that is 3 and 6. So which number would you like to go with?
I'm okay with anything. You choose for me.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So they're both very similar. So this, I'm going with the number 6. And this is that you have to direct a horror movie in the room that you are currently. I'll repeat it. So the room that you are currently, you have to direct a horror movie, like maybe depict a scenario that could have happened here and would have really scared you.
The room that I am currently in has a lot of books. And each of these books have a lot of character. The horror movie in this particular setting would involve characters from those books. I can imagine suddenly Sherlock Holmes coming out of one of the books with a pipe, and I can see the Hound of Baskervilles chasing up right under my table as I'm giving the table topic speech. And as that's happening, suddenly the lights go off, and then I hear Othello saying, "Lights, let there be lights." I'm scared. I'm super scared. I want to run out. I go towards the door. I dash towards the door. I try to pull the door open. And I look at my hand and it's full of blood. And there stands Lady Macbeth, looking at me and saying, "You too have blood on your hands." I don't know what to do. I'm stunned. I'm scared. I hide under the table. And while I do that, I see a little girl crawling up to me. That little girl is a character from the book, A Child's Ghost Book, which is a favorite of my daughter. This little girl does nothing. She just stares at you. And when she stares at you, your blood freezes in your veins. You just can't look away. And there I stay for minutes, for hours, under the stable, crouching, slouching, as she keeps moving towards me, her eyes, gaze fixed on me. To be continued.
Oh my God, that was really good. That you really took us to your room, and that was like watching a horror movie right here. Thank you so much for it. Thank you to everyone who participated. And with that, over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Table Topic Master, Toastmaster Melvia V Dsouza. Please applaud for all the speakers who took part in the table topic session. There were some really amazing speeches. Now, keeping the paucity of time in mind, we will now move on to the general evaluation section, for which I would like to hand over the stage to our general evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad Nizam.
Chaitanya, could you please launch the poll, ask to launch the poll for TTM before handing over to G?
Oh, yes. Timer, please confirm if all the speakers are within the time limit.
So guest Shweta and Toastmaster Akib went over time. Apart from them, everybody is eligible for polling.
Okay. Give me a moment while I launch the polls. Okay. Zoom moderator, can you launch the polls, please? While the polls are being launched, let us move to the general evaluation section. I call upon the general evaluator of the day, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad Nizam, to take over the stage.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Chaitanya, for that for a fantastically handled session. So well done. So it was surely an interesting meeting. So this segment, there are three key elements which we would go through the evaluations first, then the tag team reports. So to begin with, can I please have Toastmaster Upasana Ghosh on screen for the evaluations? And also, can we also have Toastmaster Reema on the screen as well while the evaluations are going on? So Toastmaster Upasana is a bookworm, and she loves traveling, listening to music, and she is a senior technical writer at an MNC. Upasana, the screen is yours for Reema's evaluation.
Hi, Reema. Congratulations on your icebreaker speech, and you have really done a good job. So the good points, I'll share the good points. First, you had a very good pace of the speech. I mean, it was not very fast. You were not hurriedly speaking. It was not very slow. You had a very calm pace. I really loved that. Second, you had a engaging opening. It was very good. I really enjoyed the stories I could connect. The message was very good. It was very crisp that it is about how to use your power and how it can not only benefit you, but others also, and rather misusing it. That was a very good lesson. And since you had a personal touch, you gave it a personal touch since you shared your story. So I could connect, and I'm sure the other audience could also connect with that. Now coming to the points where you can, work upon, that is eye contact. So like right now I'm speaking to you, I am looking at the camera. So you can feel that I am talking to you. But now if I see in your face, I mean the blog, now my eyes are somewhere else. So you did not have the direct eye contact, and there were times where you were looking up. So the audience will not be able to connect if you do that. And since this is a virtual space, so we need that. Okay. Second is create a proper structure. There was a time where you were describing about your accident, but then there was a time where your father had come up. Then there was a time about driver. So the link, I was unable to get that link. Okay. And third, you need more emotions. When you are saying you are scared, I need you to say that I was scared, that what will happen next. The driver turned pale because of course it was an accident. He would go off, right? His face would turn red. So express that. Speech was a bit monotonous because of the lack of bit emotions, but you can work upon this. Is your first speech. In other speeches you will do good. So I would want you to work upon your eye contact and about your emotions. That's it from my side. And congratulations on your icebreaker speech.
Thank you, Upasana, and congratulations, Reema. We now move forward to our second speech of today's meeting, which was delivered by Toastmaster, Toastmaster Amit, and that was evaluated by Toastmaster Deepani. Deepani, are you here?
Yes.
Yeah, can I please
yes,
have you on screen?
Yes.
Yes. And can we also have Amit on screen?
I have a small this issue. I am joining
Sure.
from my phone.
Cool. So since Deepani's challenge with the device, let me now introduce Deepani to present the evaluations. Deepani is attached to the Commercial Bank of Sri Lanka as a senior assistant manager, and she loves to sing and read and to listen to music. Over to you, Deepani. Please present your evaluation now.
Congratulations on completing your level 1 project for completing your level 1 in leadership development. And I, while listening to your speech, Toastmaster Amit, downtime, I realized it was a well-organized speech with good opening, body, and conclusion. There were a lot of stories described in your speech. It attracted the audience, explaining, especially when you were explaining your journey to Switzerland. It was really interested, and very clearly the audience were listening to you. When it comes to areas to improve, if there were more vocal varieties in when you were having dialogue with the others, it would have been much better. That is, I felt. And the other thing is you would have because actually I also had a camera problem. This I'm not sure whether I have made a mistake or anything like that. I thought you would have look at the camera more icon. If there were more eye contact, it would have been better. That's what I felt. Maybe due to my this camera problem, whether I'm not sure whether that's the way I saw it. But when it comes to your, when we look at it in summation, your entire speech was very well organized with opening, body, and conclusion. And there was a storytelling technique, and you were able to grab the audience. When you do your next speech, I would advise you to have more vocal varieties. And if you have more change in your tone with the dialogues, this would have been much more good speech. You can go to your next level, improve your level. Anyway, thank you very much, Toastmaster Amit. It was a great speech. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator. Yes.
Thank you, Deepani. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Amit, on your project completion. Now we shall move to the third presentation of this meeting, and that was by Toastmaster Sanjay. Can you please have Sanjay on screen? And Sanjay is being evaluated by Toastmaster Pranav. Toastmaster Pranav is an analyst working in a fintech company in Bangalore, and he loves to take opportunities and make use of it in the fields of public speaking. Pranav, are you ready?
Yes, I am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. You're clear enough. So over to you, Pranav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanjay, for taking us through that remarkable journey, through the remarkable event you organized. Let me tell some good points about your speech which I felt. What I liked was the way you followed the project objectives, the way you structured the speech telling about the challenges you faced during the various process of the installation ceremony, the challenge you faced when you were finding the correct venue, and the various processes which were involved throughout that process of conducting the event. Kudos to you for that. Now, what I liked more was that emotion you put into the speech, the emotion you actually brought in at various stages of the speech. For example, in the beginning, you said it all began with a remarkable event which I conducted, which helped in understanding the meaning of meticulous planning. When you said that, I felt some kind of nostalgia, a nostalgia about events which I had conducted in the past. And then toward the end also, when you were telling the fact that you had successfully conducted the event, I could sense that air of triumph in your face. And that shows how a successful event is conducted. Now, was that enough? Let me tell some points which you could actually implement in your speech to elevate it to the next level. Now, when you deliver a speech in Toastmasters, what is most important, what we actually look for is personalizing your experiences. Yes, you personalized your experience when you were telling about finding the venue, the challenges you faced. But what about the personalized experience when you were actually conducting the event in terms of finding the role takers, finally setting the stage and conducting the meeting very well, and conducting the installation ceremony very well? What you could have done is that you could have actually kind of told about the challenges you faced when you were working in the team. Maybe if you had personalized those challenges and told that I faced this challenge and tried to emotionally connect audience with that, mind you, that would have been the USP of your speech, and it would have actually created a lot of audience engagement. Now, you must be wondering, where is the time for all this? Well, let me say, when you started the speech, I felt that there were few points which you started telling about. Let me tell about the importance of meticulous planning. Why couldn't you start with telling it all started with that planning event? That is something which would have attracted audience engagement. Now, let me tell you a few points which you could do for challenging yourself. One is audience engagement. For that, try to maintain eye contact. That eye contact by looking at the camera, eye contact, so that when you are showing the emotion, audience can connect with you. In short, I must say that it was a very good speech, a very well structured. Only thing, just try to maintain eye contact with the audience and just try to bring out the emotions and that audience connect. And then I can say you can elevate your speech so much. Thank you, and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pranav, and congratulations, Toastmaster Sanjay, on the project completion. As we move forward, I would like to invite Toastmaster DTM Sourav Dutta on stage to present the evaluation for our Toastmaster of the day, because he was attempting a project from level 4. Toastmaster Sourav, as we all know, is the DPPR of both the Gabbys Club and a passionate Toastmaster who has finished the DTM project twice and a 3 times Triple Crown winner. Over to you, sir, for your evaluation.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, DTM Arshad. Can I have this TMOD also on Spotlight? Karthik, please don't start the time. Yeah. Okay. So thank you, Chaitanya, for a very wonderful meeting. The meeting, in terms of holding the interest of the meeting, I told you there are 3 parameters that I would be looking at particularly. One is the holding on to the interest of the audience. Yes, you were absolutely able to do that during the course of the meeting. One thing that I must also appreciate you is for the technology management, because again, that's something that was being evaluated in particular, that are you able to handle any kind of technical glitches? And I know that there were some issues with the Zoom polls, and we quickly come up with a solution, which you will give out in a short while about using the Google Forms instead. So those are the technology issues that were handled well. In terms of organizing the meeting, again, it was well placed, well structured. It was as per what Toastmasters would expect you to do. Now, there is a part of the meeting which is before the meeting, which is the planning for the meeting, because this project has got 2 parts. One is that you plan for the meeting and then you also conduct the meeting. Now, as far as planning for the meeting, I think there's a significant overlap with your role as the Sergeant at Arms, something that you always do a week after week, and what you are doing for this particular meeting. I would actually question whether this is the right meeting for you to do this project. You would probably do a better job in terms of this particular project if you are conducting a meeting which is not a regular meeting, because Chaitanya, understand that as a Sergeant at Arms, you have taken yourself to a different level altogether. You know, your execution is brilliant. You're always on point. You're always on top of things. I don't think any of the role takers ever had walked into this meeting without any of the resources that they need. And this is happening week after week after week, right? So you've taken these meetings to an autopilot mode. The question is, are you testing yourself to something else when you're doing this particular project? Look at it as an opportunity. I always say there are easier ways of completing pathways projects, but then what justice are you doing to yourself? Are you here to complete the projects in the easier way and get it done as a checkbox item? Or are you here to challenge yourself to do something which you have never done? Even after completing 9 paths, I still consider myself to have not done one thing, and that's a regret that I have. I'll probably do it on my 10th path or the 11th path, is I have not done a podcast yet. That's something that I'm never comfortable with and I've not done yet. And that's something that I want to do. So I think this is an opportunity you should use, Chaitanya, for conducting a meeting which allows you to test yourself, to explore the boundaries beyond what you do regularly. So yes, this meeting was very seamlessly conducted. There was a slight glitch in the agenda. You know, the Evaluator 4 was not mentioned and all that, but that I think that's more of a procedural lapse and oversight. I'm not going to be very hard on you pointing out why what that was not done. Expected it should be done, because at the Gabbys we do everything top notch. But then my bigger concern is that, is this weekly meeting the right test of this particular project, or would you want to conduct a meeting specifically for this project where you can test your planning, execution, and your skills in conducting a meeting effectively? With this, I hand over back to the General Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad Nizam.
Thank you, DTM Sourav. Timer, can you please confirm if all evaluators are within the time limit?
Yes, all evaluators are within the time limit.
Okay. Sergeant, can we please launch the poll for the best evaluator?
General Evaluator, I will be sharing the a link for the polling, which will have all the polls in one section. We are not able to launch the Zoom polls because of some technical glitch right now.
Got it. Cool. With that, we move on to the team reports. Timer, can you please have your reports?
Sure. Thank you, General Evaluator. I'll be sharing my report onto the screen.
Sure.
I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah. So this is the time taken by the prepared speakers. Then this is the time taken by the table topic speakers, and this is the time taken by evaluators. I'll take a snapshot of it and I'll paste the same onto the chat so that everybody can have a look on the timer report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Karthik. This makes the process easier. And our counter, Toastmaster Jitender, can we please have your report?
Yeah, sure. Let me share my screen. Do let me know once you're able to see that.
Yes, we can see your report.
Okay. So today we have, scored the century. As you can see, the number of filler words and sound used is 156. But how we can avoid this R sound, which I have mentioned in the beginning. Take a pause before you speak. That will reduce this R sound. And there are some repetitive patterns. If you observe your speech, some of the speakers have used so, so, like, so, then. So you identify your pattern and be aware of it and try to mitigate that. You cannot do it in a single day, but when you are aware, you can slowly reduce it. With that, I'll paste this snapshot in the chat and back to you, Arshad. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jitender, for this report. Moving forward, we move to our grammarian's report. I hope she is happy with the use of the word of the day. Toastmaster Sudharma, over to you for your report presentation.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me share my screen. Hope you can see my screen. Today's word of the day was stealthy, and it was used by distinguished Toastmaster Arshad, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, Toastmaster Karthik, and Toastmaster Sanjeet. At the beginning of the meeting, I could count these 4 Toastmasters only at the time of when I am introducing. Other than that, other Toastmasters couldn't use, because I think it is a new word for me also. Then I think all Toastmasters will get to know this word and will use in future their usage. And the good usage of the meeting, Toastmaster Reema used rules of the road, and Toastmaster Sanjay used meticulous planning. Toastmaster Amit, downtime, completely disconnected, lush green, matter of 10 days, and Toastmaster Chaitanya, supernatural activity, right status of mind, and Toastmaster Ritik, tropical, and Toastmaster Preeti, funny, ghostly, and scaring ideas. Then when it's come to rhetorical questions, answer not required. Toastmaster Preeti used in her travel topic session a lot of questions, and I couldn't figure out to write it, but she used a lot of questions, and that was not required answers. And in distinguished Toastmaster Sourav evaluation section, he used, "Are you here to challenge yourself or mark the checkbox?" It is a rhetorical questions as well as good usage of language, and I got a message also. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sourav. And descriptive name, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad used when introducing grammarian, queen of number, and queen of language. When it's come to hyperpora, question and then answer, what are you waiting for? Take that downtime. Toastmaster Amit used. And rule of 3, repeat thrice. Here it is economical, here it is commercial, here it is political. Distinguished Toastmaster Arshad used in table topic. And comparison, news spread like fire. Toastmaster Reema, life is like a race. Toastmaster Amit. I didn't find any misusage of language, therefore no recommendations. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Arshad.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sudharma, for that lovely report. You've been a great listener. Now we shall move to the final report of the day, which is the listener's report. Toastmaster Sanjeet, can you please have your report, sir?
Thank you, Arshad. Okay, so it's my report is more of asking questions. So let's see how many were very much attentive. Okay, so I'll just ask questions and anyone can pitch in an answer, or all of them can answer together also. Okay, so my first question was, so while Toastmaster Reema, okay, she was giving the speech. So she mentioned that she was returning from somewhere when some incident happened. Okay, so where was she returning from and what happened with her? Anyone?
The school.
She was returning from school and she was hit by a bus.
Not exactly. So she was actually returning from tuition. And yes, the other part was correct. She was met with an accident and bus was involved in that. And she was riding a bicycle and the bicycle got crashed, unfortunately. Okay. So that was my first question. The second question here is, what was mistake which caused this accident?
Taking a wrong turn.
She overtook from the left instead of the right one.
That's correct. Yes, exactly. So that is what the answer. The answer. Okay. So the third question was, when Toastmaster Sanjay Jain was giving his speech, okay, he mentioned about an event. So what event was Toastmaster Sanjay Jain talking about?
Installation ceremony.
Correct. Yes. So now what was happening is, so during this installation ceremony, so Toastmaster Sanjay Jain mentioned that they were trying to discuss about what to select, which event to choose where we can do the ceremony. Okay. So as part of that, what venue was selected first time by the ESCOM members to save the cost? So to do this particular installation ceremony, so though they all were selecting a particular event, and to save the cost, right? So there was a thought process and the ESCOM members selected a particular place where we can do this event. So what was that place? Anyone?
Something with the name Gandhi. I cannot recall.
No. So that was the final thing. So where they decided that they want to do that event, and that's where they did it. But to save the cost, they first decided that they will do it in the club premises. Okay. So I'll move on to the next one. So what was the result of this installation ceremony? So what happened? What happened to the club? Anyone? Okay, so I'll just answer that. So that's basically, it was a success and the ceremony was broadcasted in the local TV and social media, making the club famous. Okay, now coming to the speaker, Amit, yes, so Toastmaster Amit, he was talking about the downtime. So, and he mentioned in his speech that he was considering downtime as a sign of what?
Waste of time.
Yes, it's a waste of time and it's a weakness. Okay. So another thing, Toastmaster Amit spoke about 3 points to recharge yourself. What are those?
One he said go
Sleep,
for walk.
Sleep, 8 hours sleep.
Correct. Yes. Correct.
Take
That's,
vacation.
correct,
Take regular
yes.
break. And first one is sleep.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes. These are the 3 points which he mentioned. I will just ask another 2 more questions and I'll finish it here. So how does this break help as per Toastmaster Amit? So he mentioned that he took a break, he went to Switzerland, right? And he mentioned this multiple times in his speech that it helped him to do something. So how does this break help him?
Energize him.
Recharge.
Rejuvenate, recharge.
Recharge and it was
build up the creativity.
Correct, correct. So mainly it was his mental and physical well-being. So that was increased, right? And the last question, so this was which Chaitanya mentioned, right? He took the word called kukri. So what is this kukri?
Ghost.
Weapon.
No.
It's a
Weapon.
place.
A
It's a
knife.
place.
Kind
No,
of knife.
it is a sharp knife. Yes. So that's all from my side. So over to you, TTM Arshad.
Thank you very much, Sanjeet, for handling that Q&A segment. So Toastmasters, we are ahead the schedule about 8 to 9 minutes, but let me make my report. Let me share my thoughts. I believe the meeting was excellently executed from the start to the end, from the agenda being sent, the profiles being sent. That was an interesting way of doing it, because even when you have outsiders coming into your meeting, You had all the profiles sent in advance. That made life easier rather than putting everyone in one WhatsApp group and getting them to coordinate, which is a really good practice. And I believe everyone got the equal attention and recognition with the introductions. Generally, in certain clubs, evaluators don't get their introduction segments. So that is something I really enjoyed. Apart from the meticulous planning, I also enjoyed the new additions such as the listener and a few elements of that caliber. Now, this enthusiastic meeting was led by all the role players. I believe all the role players did a kick-ass role, especially the TMOD, the timer, the R counter, the listener, the grammarian. Everyone did a fantastic approach to make this meeting a success. Now, when I am giving, if I feel of what we could do better, is that the timer was fantastic, but I believe when the segments are going on, if the timer could cover his camera or something of that caliber, that wouldn't distract the speaker. Because for me, when a speaker is on stage, I believe they need to get the 100% limelight. This is just my personal opinion. It has a bit of work to be done, like covering it up and doing a few things here and there, because that's a small school of thought, very similar to how online contests also happen. If you could just cover it, it could make the speaker confident, and it also could give the speaker the entire limelight. Secondly, I also felt in the evaluation segment, certain evaluators gave more focus to the vocal variety, body language, or the presentation. But I felt was the content evaluator, because content is king as always, because content is then supported by delivery and the use of language to get the idea out. I felt at certain evaluators took the surface approach of evaluating only the vocal variety, what they heard, what they felt. But content, how flavorful it was it purpose related? That is something that we need to focus on, because a lot of speakers take the wrong direction when content is not criticized or appreciated. This is a simple request from my end. Let's give more focus. Let's be extremely observant, because it's just 5 to 7 minutes or 4 to 6 minutes. Let's be extremely observant and criticize our content, because content is very important. Finally, I felt our presiding officer had some fantastic announcements for the future of the club, because I felt it was nicely narrated. Maybe one slide with the summary of everything would make the audience remember, because I am surely not going to be there at a physical meeting. But even for someone to know what's happening next with one slide, that will make the process even more memorable. To sum up, it was a great meeting. I learned a lot. It was well executed. Kudos to the entire team and the ambience created from the role, the speakers, the evaluators. I believe we should keep this momentum going. Thank you for that. And with that note, let me hand over controls to our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chaitanya. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for your evaluation of our meeting. I will be sharing a polling form. Request everyone to post your polls through this form. I hope it is opening for everyone. Can any one of you, of the members or guests, confirm if it is opening?
Yes.
Yeah, it's opening.
Thank you. Meanwhile, you are polling. Let's move on to the next section. Actually, we don't have any more sections left. So I will be handing over the stage back to our presiding officer of the day, Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav Dutta.
Thank you so much. As you keep voting, let me quickly take a quick feedback from a few of you. I have guests today. So I see Ritika Raj. Ritika contacted me over WhatsApp and I had invited her to this meeting. Ritika, how did you find the meeting?
Yeah, it was nice. I really enjoyed the meeting today. I thought it was really engaging and I learned a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Ritika. Thank you for joining us. Nupur, are you still in the meeting? Nupur Kar? Okay. Melvia, I see you back as a role taker after a long time. How are you feeling?
Yes, yes, I'm feeling really good. I enjoyed being the table topic master today.
Yeah, lovely. And you must be excited about the fact that we are going hybrid, so you can do in-person meetings as well.
I lost you there. I don't know if it was just me. I missed the last
I
statement.
said, I hope you are excited about us going hybrid, because now you can also attend in-person meetings. That's something I know that you are passionate about. So
Yes,
that's to
I would
start
love
from 1st of November, not 1st of November, sorry, the first Saturday of November.
Okay.
And just to repeat, I'm going to share a poster out very soon as the VPPR, but as a presiding officer, we are going to start our hybrid meetings we have already started that. We were doing one hybrid meeting every month. Now we are going to do 2 hybrid meetings every month, November and December. Then starting January, 3 hybrid meetings every month. And post-April, all meetings of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club that happens on Saturday will happen hybrid. The physical location will be at Kormangla, Bangalore, 91 Springboard beside Forum Mall. And the online meetings will continue to happen on Zoom. And we have chosen a hybrid location, a physical location, where we have got top-notch audio, video, and data connectivity, so that people participating from all over the world, from Sri Lanka, from United States, from Canada, we have visitors from all across the world, from Singapore. They have a seamless experience. They continue to have a seamless experience. With this, let me quickly now announce the results of the polls. The results have come in. And here we go. So what had happened is that the first poll we were able to conduct, but we were not able to close the poll. That's funny, but funny things happen on computer with technology. So we did manage to successfully conduct the table topics poll, which I had launched. We were not able to end it. So the rest few polls we conducted on Google Forms. So that's why you see no table topic entry there, right? That's the reason that you see no option for you to vote for the best table topic speaker. We already have the results. And the best table topic speaker for today is Toastmaster Preeti Jain. Congratulations, Toastmaster Preeti, for yet again becoming the best table topic speaker. And for everyone who's not aware of this, for the uninitiated, Toastmaster Preeti is the club table topic champion of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, who will be representing the Gabbys Toastmasters Club at the Area B1 contest on November 25th, 2023. So heartiest congratulations, Preeti, and all the best for the contest that's coming up at the area level. Rocket. Moving on to the next of the announcements of the best role takers and the best auxiliary role takers and the best evaluators. We don't have a speaker poll today because we had an icebreaker speech, and as per the Gabbys convention and the club constitution, we don't conduct polls when there are pathbreaker or icebreaker speeches or DTM speeches, DTM project speeches. So the best Taggle team, the best on the Taggle team, this was absolutely a fractured mandate. It was as close as 25% for all the 4, but then someone managed to get a few votes extra, and that someone is not few votes extra, someone managed to get 1 vote extra, and that's how that person moved ahead. And that someone is Toastmaster Jitender Rhulaniya as the R counter for today. Congratulations, Toastmaster Jitender, for being the best auxiliary role taker for today. Moving on to the best role taker for today. The best role taker for today is someone who's, again, but this was not a fractured mandate, a clear favorite, someone who scared us and didn't scare us enough because he kept himself covered up. And that's none other than our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chaitanya Prasad, a Sergeant at Arms. And here you got Chaitanya in his career of that. Okay, so congratulations, Chaitanya. A very well done meeting, a very well launched theme, and very appropriately done. A lot of stories were shared. Thank you for giving the platform to every one of us. Very well deserved. And the best evaluator for today is yours truly. Thank you so much for voting me as the best evaluator. With this, I adjourn the meeting for today, and we will meet again on Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. India Standard Time on the same link, bit.ly/thegabbystmc. Until then, keep learning, keep enjoying. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.